Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Football Family Feuds. Haven't been on there for a couple of days, still getting my head around all this coronavirus news, and that's been dominating all the headlines at the moment around the world, and specifically in sport. It was weird this weekend not seeing any form of sport being played. Already getting withdrawal symptoms, not being able to watch the Blues. But as I said in my coronavirus video that I did, some things are more important. And it's quite good seeing all the Liverpool supporters squirming and getting really nervous about what's going to happen. Is the season going to be cancelled? Is their 30-year wait going to continue? So that's quite funny. Comment below, would you like to see the football season just cancelled and Liverpool not win the league, or would you like to see it reconvene at some point? Well, as I said, we don't know when it will reconvene. It all depends on how far this virus is going to be spreading. But this is kind of like a pre-season because of no on-field footballing activity. There are so many rumours going on at the moment regarding Chelsea. I thought it'd be a quiet time, but it's a lot. It's getting intensifying with all the rumours. So today I'll be just talking about Leon Bailey, Jude Bellingham, Henderson and Oblak, Angel Gomez, Marc Cucurella, I think his name is, and a guy called Harvey Gilmour. So lots of Chelsea related stories. But before I go into that, guys, don't forget to please like, subscribe and turn on all post notifications. So the first story surrounds Leon Bailey, the Bayer Leverkusen winger. We were linked with Leon Bailey about 3 seasons ago. I think he was the top of our list, and all our fan base were getting really excited about him. A really excited young Jamaican winger who primarily plays on the left-hand side for Bayer Leverkusen. He plays on the right-hand side. He's a left-footer who plays on the right, and so that's what appealed to a lot of Chelsea fans, the fact that he's got that left foot. Really fast, pacey winger, and he's skillful. When he came to Bayer Leverkusen, he had a promising start for them, and he had a lot of standout performances, man of the match every week. Then it kind of tailed off in his second season, and it all went quiet. And a new kid on the block came along by the name of Sancho, and he's the one that Chelsea fans want now. And Leon Bailey is kind of been pushed down the pecking order. But he played against Rangers the other day, came on as a sub, I believe, and he had an impressive cameo performance where he scored a goal, the third goal in a 3-1 victory. And Lampard was keeping an eye on that game apparently, and Leon Bailey caught the eye. Leon Bailey is obviously a Chelsea fan. He's a well-documented Chelsea supporter. We've seen him before in a Chelsea shirt, and so he's definitely somebody who we've been looking at for a while. There was a few complications about him getting a contract there because his father is notoriously difficult to deal with when it comes to his player. I remember when we were looking at him a couple of seasons ago, the reason why the deal didn't go ahead was because his dad wanted some fringe players, I think his brother and some other people, to be included in a deal. So I'm not sure whether his father, as his agent, if he's softened in his stance and whether he'll be easier to deal with in the future. His numbers this season, I think he scored 7 goals and 1 assist. But if you compare that with Sancho's numbers are a lot better. He's got into double figures in goals and assists, and he's the standout youngster in the league, the Bundesliga at the moment. So going for Bailey, if we go for Bailey, obviously we won't be getting Sancho because I don't think we'll be going for both players. Bailey, well, I'm not sure because Ziyech we've already signed. He's a left footer who primarily plays on the right. So that's a similar role to what Leon Bailey plays, unless we're thinking of playing Ziyech as number 10 just behind, because Ziyech can play in a number of positions. So I'm not sure if this is just a rumour because it's silly season again because of the coronavirus. Would you guys like to see Leon Bailey here if Sancho doesn't materialise, or would you prefer to have him ahead of Sancho? £85 million is this fee that's been quoted. Sancho's fee is about 140, so you're saving yourself probably 60 million if you were to go for Bailey ahead of Sancho. So you may be the cheaper option if Sancho isn't a viable option. Next story is goalkeepers. We've been constantly linked with goalkeepers. It's just getting ridiculous now because obviously Kepa has been out of favour for a while, came back into the side, did okay, but it's said that Lampard is still seeking a replacement for him, and Henderson's name keeps popping up in Sheffield United, but he's currently on loan from Manchester United. 50 million was a fee quoted for him. I can't see that one happening personally because he's still, as I said, a Manchester United player, so we'll have to negotiate with Manchester United to get him. And there's talk about De Gea being on the radar for Real Madrid again. He was close to joining Real Madrid a couple of seasons ago, but there's talk about him going and Real Madrid coming in for another bid for him. So Manchester United have a ready-made replacement, or Manchester United, even if De Gea does stay, he probably they want to have him as their number 2 to kind of ease him into the first team. So for me, I can't really see that one happening. Oblak is another name that was mentioned today, and it said obviously Chelsea were impressed with his performance against Liverpool, where he made a series of world-class saves. We were linked with him just before we bought Kepa, but he turned us down on that occasion. We were willing to meet the buyout clause by all accounts, but he wanted to spend at least another season at Atletico to try and challenge for honours there. Atletico this season haven't been great, but although they are through to the next round of the Champions League, if that does get to finish. So a lot depends on how they do in the Champions League. If they miss out again in the Champions League, then Oblak may feel that it's time for past is new. He'll be my dream signing, Oblak. He's a world-class goalkeeper and he will definitely improve us defensively. So I'm not sure on that one. You know, if we do meet the buyout clause, or if we offer Kepa in exchange with a bit of money, that may work, but we'll have to wait and see what happens on that score. And Ziyech, going back to Ziyech, because Ziyech has asked us to go in for Onana. Onana is always a name that is mentioned when I have these videos. But yeah, Ziyech and Onana are good friends. Onana, so Ziyech has said to the club that we should try and make a bid for Onana. Onana's talked really favourable about Chelsea, so he's the third option, and out of the 3, he's probably the most likely that we can get. He's the most gettable of the 3 options that I've just mentioned there. So comment below, who would you like to see as our goalkeeper? Oblak obviously is the main one, but who do you think you'd like to see, and who do you think is the most realistic one out of the 3 I've mentioned? Angel Gomez, he's an interesting player. He's currently at Manchester United, midfield player. He's out of contract at the end of the season. I think he's about 5'3", and he's reluctant to sign a new contract at Manchester United due to a lack of playing time at the moment. So he's seen Chelsea and what they're doing with the players that they've got, and Gilmour, he's looked at Gilmour, seen that Gilmour's had game time. He's looked at the likes of Tomori, Mason Mount, and he likes the way that Frank Lampard is having faith in the youth. So He's kind of favouring a move to Chelsea if reports are to be believed. Me personally, I don't know. He's as I said, 5'3". We have a lot of short midfielders. Do we need another short midfielder? Is he going to even get into our midfield? Because we're stacked with good midfield talent, and I don't see where he'll be able to fit into our midfield. It's said that Frank has promised him a place in the first team if he does join us. If that's the case, that means a couple of players may be leaving. Jorginho maybe, Kante maybe, I don't know. But if as I said, these are just rumours, so I take it with a pinch of salt. Can I see him coming? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. And there's another player by the name of Marc Cucurella. I think I pronounced his name correctly. He is a Barcelona left-sided player. He plays either a winger or he can play as a left back. Obviously, Chelsea are being in for left backs, and he's currently playing for Getafe. He's had 5 assists and 1 goal for Getafe. He's somebody's well sought after because he's been looked at by Arsenal, I think, and Tottenham is looking at him closely as well. I don't know too much about the player, to be honest. I've never even heard of him until I heard these reports yesterday. So I'll have to take a closer look at him just to see what he's like. But I've been reading about him, and he's like an interesting player, hard-working, energetic, can go up and down that left-hand side. So depends on trusting our scouts to do a good job on that one. But you will have to, again, we'll see what the outcome is, whether it's just one and in another one of the rumours, or if there are any legs to this particular story. Then we've got, finally, the Harvey Gilmour. Yeah, Gilmour, you got it, that is the brother of Billy. And he's playing at Kilmarnock. And it says that Chelsea are on his radar, and seeing how good his brother is, not only his ability, but how he conducts himself as a professional footballer as well. So they are favourites to pick up this young prodigy. So if he's half as good as his brother, then that'd be great, and it'll be good to have him on board, because Chelsea do have a trend of picking up brothers of players to help them to settle or to keep at the club. Because remember, we did that with Eden Hazard when we brought in both of his brothers, and that kept him at the club, I think, for a good few years. So maybe they may be bringing him in just to keep hold of Billy, because as his stock rises, there's going to be clubs interested in him. We've already heard that Manchester City are interested in Barcelona, and Real Madrid are looking at him. So bringing in his brother won't do any harm, because at least it will hopefully give him that affinity to the club. I think he's got that affinity already, but that tighter bond if his brother's there, and it may keep him there for a few good seasons. So there you go, guys. It's rumour-packed video today, and expect more rumours. As I said, as there's no football around, there's going to be rumours upon rumours upon rumours of players joining. So it's just a wait and see game on this one. So I hope I've informed you, kept you informed. Take these rumours with a pinch of salt, or whatever you want to do, but I'm just giving it, putting it out there of what I'm hearing. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care and keep that blue flag flying high.